Hey Scorpio, this is Tina with 85th House Vibrations, and this just in. This is where we get all up off and other people's business about love and relationships and see what's going on. See what we can look forward to in the month of January. And before I get started, Mercury is getting ready to. Today is the 6th. 6th, is that right? And Mercury is about to station direct, right, on the 8th and moves forward on the 9th. And I hadn't had many problems with this retrograde, but I'm telling you today, Mercury is acting up. I've been having technical difficulties and communicational difficulties. When a place, see, that's what I'm talking about. Manipulation. Okay, that's a combination of planet and station. It was unintended. When a planet stations direct is when the energies, or when it stations retrograde even. Okay. The priestess just jumped out, so I'm gonna go ahead and lay that out there. But, anyway, when that happens, you know, that's when things get really intense. No matter what. Oh, okay, jumper. Okay, we got that there. Anyway, before I start to identify the cards, like I was saying, Mercury is acting up. Definitely acting up. And when the planet stations to go retrograde, or when it stations to go direct, that's when the energies are at its most intense. So, you know, like I said, I haven't had many problems with this particular retrograde. But, you know, I guess Mercury said that he couldn't leave town without coming to visit me. So, here we go. Something else I want to say. This is going to be a general reading, so it may not resonate with everybody. This is going to apply to Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising. And if you want to pull together a more complete picture, you can, in fact, check out your Moon or Rising sign if you know what that is. I've also been telling everybody, too, if you have a notion to check out your Venus, because when it comes to love and romance, you know, that type of love, Venus and Mars is where it's at. I'm not telling you to check Mars, though. But, you know, if you want to get even pull together a little bit more of a picture, you can check out your Venus if you know what that is. I know a lot of you are not astrologers, and that's a long way to go, but you can definitely rely on your moon. And you know, I gotta be honest, I'm sure a lot of readers certainly swear by the rising sign. To me, last card that just popped out, Scorpio, it's the Ace of Cups. The rising for me, when it comes to love, out of the sun and the moon and I know the sun is attracted to the rising. That's how the attraction goes. But see, maybe I like to, let's talk about it, Scorpio, because you are the ruler of the deep. So when it comes to me, I guess the reason that I don't pretty much the rising sign is not as important to me in love relationships is because I feel like there's a bit of superficiality involved in that, because the rising is how you see, how you navigate through the world, how you see the world, and it's how people see you. I'm not saying that it's not real. I actually resent when people say that it's a mask. I don't think so. I have a Scorpio rising, and I don't purposely put on some sort of mask to make myself look like a Scorpio. That's just how I act. I can't help that. But that may be too because I have moon in Scorpio. But I'm just saying, when it comes to the rising sign, for me, in a love reading, it's not the place where I put the most emphasis. It'd be the moon, it'd be Venus, and, you know, sun and rising. Okay? So now that I have talked enough, let's get started. First of all, Scorpio, we have got the Priestess. I apologize because um, this is a beautiful deck. This is the Llewellyn Tarot by Anna Marie Fergusen. And it's a beautiful deck. I think it's whimsical, but the colors are a little washed out. You know, when it comes to the blues and the greens, they're a little washed out. Okay, but let's get started, Scorpio, because I want to do the Cabbage Patch right now because I think I like you. What me see. That same thing I told Aquarius. So, like I said, we've got the Empress. And then we have the Five of Wands. And we have the Ace of Cups. Now, you know, there's an overall picture for me. For the other readings, what I'm, you know, generally, the way I'm doing these readings generally is I pull a single card, I start to tell the story off that, and then I pull the next card. If the story starts to change, well, then that's just it. But I kind of like to squeeze all of the juice out of that one card before I move on to the next. And generally, if I pull all of the cards at the same time, I start to form this overall picture in my head. My intuition kicks in and starts to tell the story as a whole, when, you know, I really do. I kind of like to milk the card. Okay. So, with the High Priestess, Scorpio, or it's the Priestess in this deck, this is a major arcana. And it's about balancing the dark and the light. In a lot of decks, there's an altar. It kind of, you know, I always say it's about taking things to the altar. And when you go to the altar, you're getting to the truth. I think it's where you bring your physical body to meet the truth of the spirit body. If that makes any sense. It's where you shed your past indiscretions in order to become new and whole and clean again. It's a very pure place, I think, that you're trying to get to when you go to the altar. And with this High Priestess card, what I see is not only abundance. This is green. All of these leaves, all of this foliage. I've actually never seen a Priestess card that had near this much green. So, you know, I feel like however this energy is being embodied, this is a rich card. I think that this says that a person is very rich in where it pertains to hidden knowledge, secret knowledge. Oh, Scorpio, you know, even though the Empress is ruled by Pisces, I'm sorry, the Priestess is governed by Pisces. Scorpio, what we're talking about right now, completely, that's what you're about. You definitely have an abundance of hidden knowledge of things that are going on in the dark. You have all of this stored within your head, within your DNA, within your third eye. I know we're talking about love. Let me get back to it. But this person, whether that be you or somebody else, is really abundant in whatever it is that they have. Now, let me say this. If you can see that her breast is exposed, and this is a lot of green, which green is about the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. all very sensual signs. You know, well, let me not say sensual. Taurus, sensual. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn can be very sexual. You guys say, no, not Virgo, not Capricorn. Damn lie. I know them both. They can be very sexual signs. And they are about the earthy things, the earthy desires, the earthy pleasures. And there's plenty of that going on right now. And because her breast is exposed and we're talking about love and relationships, what I'm feeling like, Scorpio, is January is going to be a month of maybe a lot of sexual encounters, but I don't think that these are your run-of-the-mill sexual encounters. I feel like that you are you are coming into contact. If you're having some sort of intimacy, the contact that you are having, this is not just sexual. This is deep down into the other person's soul. I mean, so close you can see the lint in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? That kind of closeness, but I mean that on a soul level. I feel like there's a lot of physical, a lot of tangible things going on with you and this love relationship, but there's also a lot of you know, that hidden, that intuitive, that what you just can't put your hands on. You just know that when you connect with this person, you just black out. It's like rainbows and paisley print. It's all good. We got the Five of Wands. In this case, first of all, I want to say I'm feeling some camaraderie. When you look at these guys with the wands here, even though they appear to be fighting, there's not a whole lot going on there. Not so far as I can see. Now, somebody could accidentally get hurt, get an eye poked out or something like that because they're messing around. But with the Five of Wands, this doesn't always mean real battle. And that's why I say camaraderie. I feel like some of you are in a relationship where there's while there's this whole spiritual thing, I think there's a lot of passion, and even a lot of, you know, kind of joking back and forth. Like I said, the camaraderie. And you guys might say some things that are kind of outlandish to each other, that are very fiery. But you're not in it to hurt the other person. It's all in fun. You're just having a good time. What I feel like that this is doing, Scorpio, yeah, I'm kind of feeling like those of you who are in a relationship are showing the other person maybe sides of them that you hadn't shown them before. And it's playful. It's a bit unexpected. Yeah, it's a little different. It's a little different than probably what you've always known about this person. But you know, it's still fun, and I think, like I said, there's a level of playfulness to this. A lot of times you don't look at the Five of Wands and you think playfulness, but with the surrounding cards, what I'm seeing is a deep connection, and I'm seeing something that's playful and light. You know, a little bit of that invented conflict. You know what I'm saying? You know, you want to play wrestle, and you know what I'm saying? He said something to you that's kind of slick and you hit him. Oh boy, you know, that kind of stuff. All that old high school stuff. That's what I see. I've never seen this card like that, but that's what I see right now. And kind of what I feel like is between the two of you, it actually it introduced this new sort of love, this new feeling that you all have for each other, and it's all good. I feel like there is a sharing of energy, a sharing, like I said, of even secrets. There's a coming together, a joining, and I feel like for some of you, you may have been waiting for this to happen for a while, maybe even the both of you. Um, Now, for a small few of you, I kind of see some of you starting to uh, stop telling yourself lies about something that may be going on that um, okay, no. What I'm thinking about is that some of you had been fighting off somebody, not necessarily fighting too hard though. I feel like there's some of you who may have had an opportunity for a new situation, a new love, and you were kind of fighting it. You're kind of fighting it, but there's something that has clicked in you. There's something that has come to your consciousness. It's kind of like you went to the altar. You took it to the altar. You've been fighting this, and you decided to take it to the altar and shed your baggage, shed whatever it was that you had that may have been holding you back from actually dealing with a particular person. I feel like now you took it to the altar. You're ready to, or you're taking it to the altar. You're ready to, purify yourself from all that keeps you from this new love. I'm not saying I see marriage or anything like that when I say I take it to the altar. I'm feeling like some of you Scorpios have, kind of been hanging back mentally and emotionally in a previous relationship that you have been having some trouble getting over. But there's a new feeling, even a love for self that has come into you that is allowing you now to move along and possibly give a person a chance. For some of you, there just may have been a fight with you loving you. And it, as like a gift from the heavens, something comes to you that makes you say, okay, I can love me. I'm going to stop fighting me. Oh, God, what's that song by Danger Mouse? Oh, my goodness. Something about, it's two against one. Me fighting me, so what's another one? I know I got those words all jacked up, but for any of you who know that song, it's one of my favorite songs. It's got this hauntingly, the music is what really grabs me, and then the words grab me too. But anyway, I'm kind of feeling like that. For those of you that know that Danger Mouse song, you kind of been fighting against yourself, and now you've come to this new feeling, this self-love, this, there's this gift from the heavens that makes you say, hey, I can love me. And now that I love me, maybe I can give this person a chance. I can see how I can love them too. Now, for some of you, even that's not the case. You have just been fighting you, and that's where it ends. For some of you, this may not actually be a new love relationship coming in. What it just may be is you no longer fighting the feeling of loving you. And then Scorpios, those of you who may be getting into this new relationship, who may be having this love interest pop up, or this new feeling that you weren't aware of until you took it to the altar. You're not fighting anymore, is what I think. And I forgot what I just said a minute ago that I thought was kind of clever. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, I feel like that Some of you are just not fighting the feeling. Whether that is with loving you or you loving somebody else, something new coming in, some type of new emotion. Okay, I had something else to say, but that doesn't have anything to do with love. So, I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with the love and romance. So I'm going to leave that out. Okay, yeah, that's not the love portion of that. So, that's the way that I see it, Scorpio. And I do want to wrap this up by saying that I really think that this is a great reading because we've got, out of the 3 cards, we've got the Major Arcana, which is the Priestess, bless her heart. And she's great. And for those of you Scorpios who like sex, this is definitely an offerance of that for the month. And the other thing is because we have this ace. And it's always wonderful to see an ace, especially in the upright position in a reading. So, you know, I just think this come on, Mercury, leave me alone. Because you got me stuttering and stuff. Anyway, while I feel like that this is a good, powerful reading, and I think it's very positive, and I think it's actually a little fun. And I want to say to Scorpio, don't forget, for those of you who are, you know, currently in a relationship, possibly getting to know somebody else in a relationship, don't forget to bring your creativity. Don't forget to bring your intuition to the relationship. I personally think, and I don't know why this is put on me to say, that you just being you is, and bringing all of that to the table. I mean, you don't have to give it all to them at one time, God forbid, because everybody ain't ready for what you have, Scorpio. But bring it with you to the relationship. Bring it with you as you go out on your date. You bring it with you while you Netflix and chill. Bring all of those qualities of you. Show him who you are. Let him show you who he is, or vice versa. I'm sorry. I'm just talking about the women here. You know, guys, show her who you are. Let her show you who she is. Take it to the altar. Bring your intuition with you. Bring your intuition with you. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. That's what you should do. Thanks, Scorpio. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please follow me on Twitter at 85vibe. I'm going to try to remember to include that in the details. Also, I got some stuff going on over Facebook where I do rooms and I do moon transits. I talk a little bit about that, you know, and just post little things that's on my mind. And now you can get that by looking up 85th House Vibrations. Or Facebook has got something going on where it seems like they're trying to introduce some new like handle. So I've got that at 85vibe as well. Something else I was going to say. If any of you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can contact me at Tina at 85thHouseVibrations.net. I got to let you guys know, though, my personal readings have picked up a bit. So please hang on. Please bear with me if it takes me a moment to get back to you. I see you. For those of you who have sent me emails, I see you. I got you. If I haven't contacted you already, I will be doing so here in a moment. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you, Scorps.